Hello, and Merry Christmas. And this is what I've just been doing, connecting this up. So it's 7 times, no, get it right, I think it's about 6 times bigger, this outworld. That's the old outworld for the Ruginodis. They've had this connected up for about 10-15 minutes actually. And you see how sort of dopey and slow and everything they are. So they're just like that all the time really. But there's a lot in the outworld, it's a right mess, and it was getting a pain. And I just thought I'd treat them basically. They've been the best ants for me this year. Didn't hibernate them, didn't even try. And the purpose of these ants really was to entertain me, as everything else went into hibernation. And whilst I'm trying to get a big colony of something else. And they're loving it. There they are, exploring this outworld. I had a good practice. Well, there's a couple of issues with this outworld, I suppose. You can see I've put anti-slip round this side of the front, and it's on there. But look at these gaps. See that, can't you? I can't get to the gaps right this second, and it's not small enough, I don't think, for them to get through. I'm not 100% sure. But they do have some very small workers, sort of maybe about Lazarus Niger size. There's one go there now. I know they're not supposed to be particularly polymorphic, but why not? This is the ant hotel. I've completely changed the design here. I've got this special natural decorators thing I've made. I bought it for doing ants nest. Anyway, I've chopped it and made it sort of round it off a bit. Soaked it in rainwater, so that's got acidic rainwater on it. I think they'll like that, and that's a cold part of the outworld. And you've got 2 water feeders. They do like the humidity. This is the Exoterra stuff that I seem to use all the time, but I've sprayed it down to make it harden up, but hopefully still keep the texture. So I'm hoping it's going to be vacuum proof. It's not all just going to suck up, because it should have hardened up enough. So I made this setup a few days ago, 2 days ago. Did a practice run because I've actually got a spare one of these big 30mm tubes. That's where they are at the moment. It's a bit out of the way there where the nest is, but it was to do with the setup at the back for the messer. I may change the orientation of this round so that I've got the like the water knob thing on the end of that test tube, sort of here. I'm pointing now. This whole thing will be turned around, but I don't know yet. I'm happy. I didn't need the space, and I didn't need this outworld or anything, so I thought I'll just connect it all up, let them move across and do what they want. It's just because it's more interesting to actually watch them do it as well, more than anything. See what happens, and then I'll be able to clean that outworld out properly and eventually disconnect it. I don't think I need it. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I think they'll be quite pleased. So I've got to hold off feeding them. I'm supposed to be starving them at the moment for a few days. They've had a bit of a feast recently, so I don't know. Maybe Wednesday. I think Wednesday would be a good idea. So I'll give them like 3 days, 4 days, and they'll have a good go at it in this outworld. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, they're getting a proper hibernation next year because they didn't get one this year. And all being well, I should have, well, hopefully 2, maybe 3 half decent sized colonies by next winter that are non-hibernating. Nikos or Aventris, and one of the Messerbarb colonies. I want to hold back from buying other outworlds and nests and all that sort of stuff because I need to see what's actually going to happen. But yeah, the Auraventress is doing the best of those 3 really at the moment. I've got loads of brood. I might have to show you. Didn't really work very well last time. That's the brood. I don't know how well this. I tried to show it before, but the moment there's any disturbance when I take the top off this outworld to try and feed them, yeah, they've dumped rubbish out. So they are actually moving rubbish out, but the moment there's a bit of disturbance, there's a big ant in there, not the queen, just a big one, bigger than the rest, and it picks them all up, starts charging off down here and puts them at the back here above that other cable. And sometimes it'll take half the brood. This area here, I just don't know. It's like a mouldy. I don't know what it is, but it appeared like not quite as big as this, but not far off. Within the 2 days of me moving them in, and it seems like a strange place to store rubbish. But they do bring some stuff out, you know. they're not totally dirty. So it's sort of race against time, really. I'm hoping this brood gets hatched and the colony grows and they get a bit more house proud and move that out as they need the space, is what I'm hoping. And I'm hoping they don't add to it too much, because it's not going to be easy to clean them out of there. No. And these messes at the back, I had a good look at them and work out what's going on. There's 2 tubes there. They're actually in their own tube, and that's just a broken bamboo tube that's attached at the side. It's not doing anything. I just left it attached. Took out the seed container at the back there because it was a lot of space being used for nothing really. I think it might have been a good idea for a bigger colony or something that was going on, but they've just not been showing for weeks and weeks and weeks. It might be sort of, feels like a long time. It might only be sort of 4 weeks since I last saw one, maybe longer. But they were really active, and they've blocked themselves up and disappeared when the cold weather turned up. So I think and I've had a look. They're all alive, but they're just not doing anything right at the back. And when I had a really good look, the heat cable was just too far away from the bottom of the tube. I just don't think they were getting any real heat out of it. I've changed it around a little bit now. It will be touching, but it wasn't touching, and there's just hardly any heat coming off it. So hopefully they'll get a bit more lively, and maybe I've completely changed their setup. I've put 2 new water feeders in there. See them lying down, one in the upright. Somebody said on one of the chats that they don't like the uprights. I don't know. They both go down. In fact, the upright goes down faster. But that could be just evaporation. And that's just 1 chopped up buffalo worm on that little plate, in case they ever do come out. And then my plan is to just literally not touch them till March now. Not even to check on them, I think. If they were my only colony, it'd be very frustrating. I would want to check on them and see what was going on, probably once a week or something, which has killed other colonies' messes. So I've learned my lesson there. I know that I need to not mess about with them. But these are loving it. All this adventure area to travel around on. I think they're going to really like it. I thought they dumped a dead body there already. But yeah. And this exoteric comes with those big chunks of clay in it. I just dumped it all out. I did actually plant those 4 big ones in the middle, but other than that, I didn't sort it or anything. That's just what came out. That's what I like about it. It's so random and it's cool. Hopefully it's going to be vacuum proof as well now. So yeah, just thought I'd show off my Christmas doings. Christmas present to the ants. Nice big outworld. And hopefully that'll be it for them for a while. Yeah, pleased with that. Any suggestions, or like if you can see that I've done something terribly wrong, or I am going to seal up these gaps. I know that. It's just asking for it. But yeah. And these have got a bit of rubbish in their front tube. I'm not going to take some. I did think about trying to make a Hoover adapter to shove in there just to hoover out that first part, but I think I'll just have to, a bit like the other ones, hope that they get a bit house proud as they get bigger. They do bring stuff out sometimes, but not much. I don't think it's very easy to go over the lip in there. So I could be storing up problems for the future with these. We'll see. Okay, thanks for watching if you've watched this well. Ant ramblings, I'm living up to my name here. Just rambling away, and I think that looks quite pretty, that outworld now. I'm going to sort out getting some better footage. New Year's resolution is to learn how to do some editing, because I think that would be far better, wouldn't it, really? Let's be honest. I could edit videos, and I'm not into, I'm not that bothered with it all, but it'd be nice just to edit, just put clips together of different footage and things like that, and not have to talk at the same time as recording. I always get it wrong. They look. It looks like there's hardly any ants at the moment, but there is loads of ants in the actual nest. I'm going to go to explore, but I'm resisting feeding them. I'm going to wait till they've settled down, and maybe on Wednesday. Anyway, so Merry Christmas. Yeah, any suggestions for anything? I'm all ears. Certainly I'm no expert, but I've gone very much into the as sterile as I can. Everything's sterile, and boiling water before any more water goes in, all that sort of stuff. And all the food they're getting these days is frozen. Just trying my best to not let anything go wrong. I want this to really grow. But Ruginodis, they have been my favourite ants for a long time, but you know, the more adventurous are quite cool to watch. And then I've got crew and tartars. I've got quite a few camptatus things going on. I do like big ants. Anyway, okay, thanks, bye. Sorry it's gone on for ages again. Oh, God, I always do this. Sorry. Bye-bye.